Hello everyone and welcome back to some new Super Mario Bros. Review without touching the ground. This is one little last episode that I wanted to do on the challenge that Nathaniel Bandy and Nico BBQ put out. And I wanted to go over a few little things that really wouldn't have fit for a full video. The first of which being getting to the normal exit in 1-2. Now while the entire beginning is the same as the secret exit, the ending is a little bit different. Now you're probably wondering how I'm even going to get to this regular exit, because we have this giant crystal in the way. The answer is we're just going to ignore that. Because by taking the same sort of route to the secret exit, we can actually diverge and get back onto the normal route. Although it's not as simple as it seems, as we're going to have to go first of all through this tight passage again by doing a precise jump onto the Koopa, and then bounce all the way through here. But now instead of wall jumping up into the secret exit, we can actually go to the right. And this allows us to get to the main path by falling through some fake ground. And it's a very tight gap, and we are not going to have a lot of time being in it, as we're going to have to be falling through the entire thing. But first we have to go through this little passageway, which is of course very small. The ceiling is pretty low here. And now you might see that little divot in the ceiling, and that's actually fake ground, where we're going to have to just fall through like that. And while it's very precise, it's certainly doable. And with that, that's pretty much 1-2 without touching the ground, the regular exit. And with that, we can hit the flagpole. And don't worry, that's not the only challenge that I'm tackling in this video. The next is a little bit of confusion that's been had with 5-Ghost House, because a lot of people are wondering if taking the secret exit actually does allow you to save an apron or a ground touch. So let's head over there. Well, I guess I should mention one thing. It actually doesn't save a ground touch. You guys were right. But let me get into how to actually get as far as you can. Starting off, right here, you want to be facing left, and while not touching the wall, you want to be pretty close to it. This way you're distracting all the boos, and you're able to jump up before the boos on the right catch up with you. It's a good little spot that lets you get up quickly. Next, we can make our way through this little tunnel, which is of course easy because we're playing as Mini Mario. We can head through the door, and now we're in this last little section. We can jump, and thankfully by spawning on the ground, it automatically triggers this. Or it might be triggered automatically from entering the room. But with that, we can fall all the way down, enter the door, and now we're at the end. And some of you might be wondering, wait, I said this doesn't save the ground touch. And that statement is still true. And that's because the normal exit's actually possible too. Meaning either way you go, you still don't acquire a ground touch from this level. But let's get into the regular exit, because it's a little bit different. So let's go. Now first thing that we're going to do is hop right back into the level. And immediately we're going to be taking a different path. That being, we're going to be jumping directly upwards instead of taking any other route down here. That's because this is actually a very tall room, and it leads into a future part of the level. So we can actually skip a huge chunk of a level that might have caused us problems. We can hop up here before air twirling our way all the way over to this door. This door takes us over here, and since we don't spawn on the ground, we can actually spawn a platform below us before we actually land on the ground. And we actually have to be really careful in this little section. That's because the platform below us moves really slowly. Like really slowly. So we can't just free fall after a little while. We have to wait a pretty long time. Thankfully, to make it more bearable, I collected a boo star, which allows me to go ahead and kill all the boos in the area, which makes it easier to deal with. After a little bit of waiting, I want to make sure the platform gets all the way down to the bottom. Otherwise, I'm going to have to deal with boos on the way down. But with that, now we can pretty much head down. Although I'm going to be taking a little bit slow, just for safety purposes. But with that, I also grab another boost star, and that's actually pretty much the entirety of the level. Mostly because we skipped the first section. We just head down here. And there we go. And with that, 1-2, the regular exit, 5-ghost house, the secret and regular exit are all complete without touching the ground. Sorry if this is a shorter little video, but I just wanted to cover these little minor challenges. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.